So before we start today's video, I want to say one quick thing. This video is very similar to a friend of mine's who uploaded one yesterday, and that is Yankee stacking. I'm going to put a link to his video in the description, and I'll even leave a comment. And I'm actually re-recording this intro because the rest of this video was recorded yesterday, and I was ready to upload it for my normally Wednesday video, and then I saw Yankees, and I'm like, holy smokes, that is almost the same exact topic. And while he said a lot of different things than I said in my video, I figured I would at least give him the honor of having his video up for a full day before I released mine. So I'm re-recording this intro, and this intro is going to start out a lot like his yesterday, except for I'm going to kind of say it how I like to say it, and that is, there is a very, very hard to swallow pill when it comes to silver stacking. And that hard to swallow pill is that silver is not going to make you rich. All right, so if you're still watching after this intro, you probably want to know what I mean. I'm sure a lot of people clicked off after I said that and then my little intro played. But I do believe that silver is not going to make you rich. Now, a lot of the things that I'm going to say in today's video, I just want to be very clear. If you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you have heard me say these things before. So let me get a couple of facts out of the way. First, I am definitely a silver stacker, and I believe in silver. I believe in silver's intrinsic value. I believe in its ability to be a hedge against inflation, and we will get into that before you guys leave a comment saying silver is no longer a hedge against inflation. But I do believe in silver's value. I do believe in silver as a hedge against inflation. I believe in silver as real money, as a store of wealth, whatever you want to call it. That is what I believe in silver. So me saying that silver is not going to make you rich is not me telling you that silver is not a good thing to put some money into, because I absolutely 100% believe in this precious metal. I have said it in many videos. I have shown it in many videos. My opinion has not changed at all. But I have seen many comments lately on my channel and others where people are saying that silver is a bad investment and people are stupid for putting money into silver. Silver's dumb. Silver's dumb. It's going to go down. Silver's going to crash to zero. Whatever it is they may say. There are a lot of people out there that hate silver. And I'm starting to believe that those people, and don't get me wrong, if you have that opinion, that's fine. I don't mind. Everyone has their own opinion. It can be formed based on your own experiences, which is where I'm going to get into what I believe some of those people are, right? That's fine that you have that opinion, but I believe that some of those people are the ones that bought in to the whole Wall Street silver narrative of let's squeeze the silver market, let's buy all the physical silver that's available, let's watch the price skyrocket into oblivion, and everyone's going to be millionaires. It's going to be the next GameStop. It's going to be the next AMC. Let's go. Silver raid, silver raid, silver raid. Buy it all, buy it all, buy it all. Right? And I'm not going to lie to you, okay? I'm an honest guy, and I'm honest on this channel. I'm honest with my beliefs. I'm honest in what I think, and I'm going to tell you that I bought into it at the beginning. I very quickly changed my opinion. But, you know, when they started talking about putting up billboards and all this other stuff and let's squeeze the silver market, I'm like, oh, there's a silver raid. Let's see what this is. And I quickly realized, it was like a couple of weeks, right? I quickly realized where it was going to go. And you know what really made me realize where it was going to go? The thing that kind of like, you know, sparked, triggered my thought process of, wow, this is not a good idea, is when I saw comments of people saying, and I've said this in other videos, I saw comments of people saying, I just took out a mortgage on my house to buy silver. I just put a bunch of silver on my credit card. I just bought $50,000 worth of silver. Let's go. And what has happened since then? This is going to get back into the beginning statement here where I said silver is not going to make you rich. What has happened since then? Silver has come down. The premiums are still up, but the price has come down. It was what? It spiked to $25, $26, $27 an ounce and then quickly dropped back down, sitting in the mid-20s for a long time. And now today, silver's trading for barely $20 an ounce. I think it's like $20.10 an ounce as I record this video. So all of those people that bought into that and bought all that silver and made bad financial decisions to buy silver are now probably those same people that you see making those comments hating on it. And I get it. If I were in your situation, I would hate it too. And that's why on this channel all the time I preach and I talk about and I preach and I talk about, look, you need to make intelligent, informed investments into anything but precious metals specifically, especially physical precious metals. Because when I buy silver for my personal stack, I am always making sure that I am doing it reasonably. And with extra money that I have, now, of course, I've talked in the past about making sure that you have savings and making sure that you have emergency cash. But outside of that, you know, if I have extra money that's sitting around, that's when I start to be like, all right, let's get a little bit of silver, right? Let's get a little bit of silver. Let's stack it, because I believe in silver as a hedge against inflation. Now, I had actually spoken about, I think I spoke about in this video. I did a video, I think it was earlier this year, maybe late last year. I actually showed that silver was historically a hedge against inflation. This was a video where I charted the values and the prices of commodities, goods, and services going all the way back into the 40s and 50s. If I forget to put the link to that video in the description of this video, feel free to leave a comment and say, Seeker, where the heck is that link, right? But I showed in that video, I charted all the numbers out. Outside of like 1980, when the Hunts Brothers cornered the silver market, and outside of like 2011, when silver hit $50 an ounce in 2011 money, every other year, except for those two little hiccups, and now I believe 2021 is going to be the next year that it would have been a bad time to invest in silver, although not anywhere near on the same level, but still, it wouldn't have been the best year. I do believe that silver is a hedge against inflation outside of those 3 years. Those 3 years was a bad time to buy silver. And unfortunately, that's just the case. And you can say that with like pretty much any stock, right? There are certain years where it's a bad time to invest. I can't say all stocks. There are some stocks right now where it doesn't matter when you bought into them, you're still doing well. But I believe in silver as a hedge against inflation. Now, let me talk about the argument that people make. Like, well, why don't you just invest in stocks? If you would put your money in the Dow, you'd been doing much better than you would have with silver right now. And I totally believe in that. But the problem I have with things like investing in stocks is that you don't physically hold it in your hand. So I feel comfortable having my physical silver here with me if I ever need it. I don't feel super comfortable with someone else actually having my investment. And by the way, just again, being 100% truthful, I do own stocks. I've invested in a couple of mining companies. I've invested in a couple of tech stocks. I actually have some money in Tesla right now, for example, just to give you an idea. It's not a whole lot, but it's out there. I also own, just so you guys know, 1/10 of one Bitcoin. And I don't believe in Bitcoin, and I don't believe in cryptocurrency. It goes back to the whole, you don't hold it, you don't own it, right? But the just in case I'm wrong, 1/10 of a Bitcoin does exist. I've told people about this in the past. Doesn't mean I believe in cryptocurrency, but hey, you know what? Everyone could make mistakes. Everyone could be wrong. So that 1/10 of a Bitcoin, if everyone's right and they say Bitcoin's going to hit $1 million a coin, then I'll have 100 grand in that 1/10 of Bitcoin, and I'll be very happy about it. And that's kind of the reason that I have money in stocks, is because I could be wrong, and those stocks could make me rich. And if I wanted to get rich, that's why I would be in stocks. But that's not why I'm in silver. I am in silver specifically as a way to protect the wealth that I've already created for myself against inflation and against any sort of financial collapse. And so I don't invest in silver to become that millionaire. I don't invest in silver like the beginning of the Wall Street silver squeeze and all that, because that's not why I believe in silver. So whenever they tell you that silver is going to go to $100 an ounce, it's going to go to the moon, whatever it's going to be, if you want to believe that, that's fine. But just do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor and make sure that whatever you invest in, whatever it's going to be, whether it's the next GameStop or AMC or the next Bitcoin, or if you think silver is going to go to $1 million an ounce, just do yourself a favor and do so responsibly. Don't put yourself in a financial stressful situation that you are going to regret later on. It's totally okay to make a little bit of money if it skyrockets. And yes, you will always have that, hindsight being 2020. I wish I would have put more money into it. Just like I wish I would have bought Bitcoin back when it was less than $1 a coin, or I wish I would have bought Tesla 10 years ago, or, whatever it may be. Just don't make an investment where I guess what I'm trying to say is, and then we'll just end this video here, is that I would rather be here today, financially stable, maybe not rich, but financially stable, looking back and going, man, I really wish I would have bought Bitcoin for $1 a coin. Man, I really wish I would have bought Tesla, put all my money in Tesla back when it was $10 a share. I would much rather be in this position looking back and wishing I would have done those things than sitting on a street corner with no money and no home and nowhere to stay and no shelter and no food, saying, man, I really wish I wouldn't have put all my money into silver. I really wish I wouldn't have put all my money into Bitcoin. I really wish I wouldn't have put all my money into Tesla. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm not a financial advisor. That's just advice that I would give to anyone that I'm talking to about investing into anything, is I'd much rather be in a warm home with food in my stomach saying, man, I really wish I would have made that investment, rather than saying, man, I really wish I wouldn't have made that investment while I'm sitting in the rain under an overpass with nothing to eat. And that doesn't mean that you shouldn't buy silver, and it doesn't mean that you shouldn't invest, but make sure you're doing so responsibly and make good financial decisions. Don't put yourself in a very bad situation that could go wrong, because for every single like story that you hear about someone who made $1 gazillion in the market, there's 10 of people that lost everything. So just make sure that you are financially prepared to do so. And then when you have that extra money that you know you can invest, then make that smart financial decision. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor. Don't forget to subscribe. I mean, it really helps me out and I greatly appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and we'll see you next time.